Okay, so this is going to be Lewis structures example problems set number 2. Okay, so what we did is we said boron was, I have one boron, it's in group 3, so it has 3 valence electrons, and I have hydrogens. I have 3 hydrogens in group 1. So I should have 3 bonds total. Okay, so boron's probably going to be the central atom, and I'm going to put 3 hydrogens going off of that. Okay, so I should have 3 bonds total. That's my Lewis structure. BeF2. Okay, so beryllium. Beryllium is in group 2. So I got 1 at 2. And fluorine. I got 2 and it's in group 7, so it's 14. So I get 16 electrons total. So I have 8 bonds. So beryllium is going to be the central atom, and we're going to have a fluorine coming off of either one of those. Now remember what I said from the last video. Fluorine's in group 7A, so it's probably going to have 3 lone pairs of electrons. That's where I would start. And I have to have 8 bonds total, so I count my bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're done. Okay, xenon tetraoxide. Xenon, I have 1 of those, and it's in group 8. Oxygen, I have 4 of them, and it's in group 6. So I get 32, so I should have 16 bonds total. Okay, so just by guessing on this one, xenon's going to be the central atom because it's got 4 oxygens coming off of it. Okay, now going with what I said earlier, xenon has to have 8 valence electrons, and oxygens are usually going to double bond, and they usually have 2 lone pairs of electrons. So I'm going to put double bonds in right there. So that gives me 8 valence electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for xenon. And I'm going to go fill in my lone pairs of electrons for oxygen because they have to have 2 lone pairs of electrons. And then I'm going to go count my bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay? Now, a lot of these come from experience. Just being able to do a lot of these. I used to get really confused whenever I did this. So if you're confused, just reach out. Let me know if you need extra videos, that sort of thing. Okay. BrO3 with a -1 charge. Now, it's important that you remember that if something has a -1 charge, that means that it gained 1 electron. If it has a positive charge, it means it lost electron, okay, to complete its valence shell. Okay, so bromine, I have 1 of those. It's in group 7. Oxygen, I have 3 of those. It's in group 6. Okay, so I get 25. It gained an extra electron, you get 26, okay? And so it should have 13 bonds. Now, bromine is going to be your central atom, and I'm going to have 3 oxygens coming off of it. Okay, remember what we said about oxygens. They're usually going to double bond. And they're usually going to have 2 lone pairs of electrons. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need 1 more bond. Okay? So bromine in this case would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here, let me draw this a little bit better. Okay, it has 8 valence electrons. It should have 7 because it's in group 7. We gained this electron, so this is where the -1 charge comes from. Okay, so that's where we get the -1 charge from. Okay, NH4, ammonium ion. Nitrogen is in group 5. Hydrogen, got 4, they're in group 1, get 9. Now, positive 1 charge means that it lost 1 electron. Okay, so I get 8 electrons, so that means I have 4 bonds. So nitrogen's going to be in the middle, and I'm going to have 4 hydrogens coming off of it. Now, nitrogen is supposed to have 5 because it's in group 5, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason why it has the positive charge is because it's supposed to have 5, and it lost that 1 electron, okay? So I put the plus sign on the nitrogen. Okay, sulfate ion. Sulfur, I have 1, it's in group 6. Oxygens, I have 4, group 6. Has a -2 charge, so it has +2. Okay, so I should have 16 bonds total. Okay, so sulfur is going to be my central atom because it has all the stuff coming off of it. Now, oxygen's usually double bond. Okay, so my bonds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have all the bonds. Now, the reason why this is going to be a -2 charge is sulfur is supposed to have 6 valence electrons. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it gained 2 electrons, so that's why it has a -2 charge. Okay? And then the last one we're going to do. Nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Okay? NOF. Okay, nitrogen, we got 1 of those at 5. Oxygen, we got 1 of those at 6. And fluorine, got 1 of those at 7. So 11 plus 7 is 18. So I should have 9 bonds total. Now, in this case, it says that nitrogen is the central atom. So it doesn't matter which side each one goes on. Okay, keeping this in mind. Nitrogen usually has 5 valence electrons. Fluorine usually has 7. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Get the 7. Oxygen usually double bonds. And let's see if that works out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nitrogen has to have 5 valence electrons. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and then you get the lone pair of electrons. 4, 5. Okay, so it's a polar molecule. So anything that has a lone pair of electrons on the central atom is going to be a polar molecule. It's important that we keep that in mind whenever we start learning the shapes of the molecules and what kind of angles they form, which we're going to do next week. If you have any questions over this, feel free to reach out, and hopefully you'll have a good afternoon. Thanks. Bye.